We talk a lot about having a partnership approach to the FinTech-led ecosystem. What do you think are the key foundations for having that collaborate rather than compete mindset?
The reality is we need each other. For us to be successful going forward, we need to partner with the more nimble, more innovative fintechs. For the fintechs to be successful, they need a solid foundation, the large customer base that we bring to the table. The future of financial services, like we've seen in other industries, is going to be an ecosystem of connected players, right? And that's in essence how I think financial services will be put together.
I think it's natural that a fintech startup is over here and a large UK bank, been around for 300 years, is over here, and there's a degree of anxiety on their part in terms of, crikey, what is this behemoth going to do to me type of thing. One technique which I think has worked well is around communication, and going back to the contractual piece is trying to be upfront and open with them that the bank operates in a regulated environment, and this is why, without giving legal advice, but this is why our contracts broadly say what they say, and this is what underpins it, so that when the first cut of a collaboration agreement or whatever goes over the fence, there's not necessarily shock and awe that there might otherwise have been. They know it's been pre-positioned, they know what to expect, and they understand that why we're doing what we're doing and what the risk that we're trying to cover off. We found that to be quite useful as a tool to help kind of mitigate some of the nervousness that understandably might be there.
And does that work in conjunction with the incubator space that I know you make available to startups through your Gogoburn site? I mean, to what extent does that help to facilitate some of that kind of day-to-day communication rather than just in structured bites?
I think in our world, we have Rocket Space in Islington in London, and in a number of our properties, as you touch on, at the bank's headquarters in Gogoburn in Edinburgh, we have Entrepreneurial Spark housed there as well. I think from what I've seen, it has enhanced our relationship significantly with some of the startups, where you're able to kind of, from an early stage, see the whites of each other's eyes, understand what the direction of traffic looks like, get in a room together and start to build up a relationship that way. Naresh, I don't know if you've found similar.
It brings a lot of good faith, I think, into the ecosystem, right? That we're progressive, we're trying to help the startups grow. I mean, everything that we do to provide not only facilities, but we also provide mentorship, for example, where every of these Entrepreneurial Spark companies would have a mentor. Many of them are from the bank. They're actually helping these companies along, right? So I think the partnership, is key for this.
And I think that kind of mentoring point that you make has been great for staff as well, to open our eyes up to, this is the pain point that some of the startups have. How might I go around addressing that? How can I use my network to better support the startup? And from the startup's perspective, it's kind of quite often above and beyond what they anticipated getting from a bank, an overdraft, bit of lending advice, whatever. Oh, crikey, you can help me in these other areas. So I think it's worked well both ways.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you say that it goes both ways, because I can imagine that for the people within the bank, actually that alternative view of life that they get from working with the startups is likewise very valuable to them, both professionally and from a point of view of their personal outlooks.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives you this sense of entrepreneurship, right? Or you could call it intrapreneurship within the bank. But clearly, being around, we mentioned Rocket Space. Rocket Space, we'll have well over 1,000 entrepreneurs there in our building here in London. Just that energy, I think, makes a huge difference.